Welcome, everybody, to your favorite, and I say that in a loving way because there's lots of podcasts out there, but your favorite podcast featuring the mouth of the Midwest, Joel Reeser, and yours truly, Jared Jackson. It's J Smoking Hour #9, and I'll let Joel kick it off today.
So I'm smoking. It's interesting. We just came back from 4 days in Vegas, which we'll talk about. Wonderful. And I've been smoking a lot of our quality brands, but I'm doing my Treso research right now, and feel bad. This is a rarity. But my boy, our dear friend Sam Ventura, graced your old boy with a Crux Habano new release. It's marvelous. I've had it once before. Really solid piece of business here. Happy to see it. Nice to see him and Casey at the show. But yeah, I was working my way through a pack and smoking some ADV. I actually got to sneak in. This is cigar number 3 today. How about yourself, brother?
Nice. I got the Law Part 2. If you guys are wondering when the Law Part 3 is going to release, just know we've had in our possession for a little over 2 months, going on 3. We'll be talking about it later, but you will see those being released later this fall with our great partner and friend, Mr. Juan Cancel and Kevin. One will make the event, but yeah, I'm just kicking it here at HQ in Oklahoma City. And as of course, Joel is up in Stillwater.
Sitting on a speaker. We got a crazy parent night going on, so if I mute it, that's what happens.
He's trying to match my numbers from my Monday and Tuesday run.
Still got some work to do, brother. It was a very good Monday and Tuesday. Next week will be busy, according to Marvin's here. He says hi. But yeah, I guess there's a big shindig downtown next week, so Wednesday through Friday should be really solid.
So starting off the show today, we got 3 topics. The first one, Cigar Sales Crew. What's the Cigar Sales Crew? Who knows? But that is a new brokerage company consisting of D-Man Bruce Farrell, the mouth of the Midwest, Joel Reeser, and myself kind of running operations and helping carry bags and do whatever I can for the cigars, bro. So I'll let Joel kind of take over from here and tell you what that's all about.
I think the trade show pretty much summed it up as we were seeing friends old and new for accounts. The common line, and Bruce will tell you the same thing every time somebody saw me, they're like, so they dragged you back in. I was like, yeah, but everybody's like, you're not leaving the shop. I'm like, bro, I've been back at the shop for 2 days, man. But it was really awesome. We'd been speaking about this for a while and just making sure that we got key relationships in place. We'll wait to announce the other one later. Obviously, we talked about that, but it's a done deal. But we are very excited to be doing some brokering work, and we'll be covering, and depending on the states, and I'll single that out real quick. But we're going to be doing our great friends at Sinistro in what I call the Big 5. So that'll be Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Kansas, and Missouri. Really excited to be brokering for ADV Aventura as well. Anybody knows me, I've had a lot of respect for Henderson and what he's done for many years, and we adore Marcel and Nicole, and we'll be doing that for the same 5 except for Texas, and then protocol will have every state before mentioned with our great friend Juan Cancel and Kevin. So it was really cool to announce, and excited to hit the road, get a good balance, making sure the crew don't burn the shop down and make a few bucks and hit the road and see great partners and friends, which we had the chance to do for the last 4 days, which I'll let Jared talk about CSC, and then we'll talk about the next topic after that.
Yeah, so CSC, if you guys don't know, basically independent sales reps, assisting some companies that may not have coverage with in-house sales, particularly here in the Midwest and South, if you will. I think Texas considers itself the South, along with Louisiana. So yeah, whatever, Midwest, Central
Lower
U.S.,
Midwest,
Lower Central U.S.,
something like that.
But yeah, looking forward to that. We have been talking about this for a couple of years. This is something that allowed us to expand our wingspan individually and financially for the 3 of us to help build some coffers for the future. Without affecting our day-to-day gigs. And yeah, like everyone's asked me, like, is Joel and Bruce leaving? I'm like, why would I put together something that would get rid of 2 of my best managers, and they're part owners. Like,
to be fair, Jarrett's been trying to offload the second tier for a long time now. There's It was really cool, man. It was really cool, dude. But yeah, man. Hey, look, man, what are we all trying to do, my friend? We're all trying to retire, trying to make a living. We're trying to take care of folks out in this territory. Why not? Why box yourself in, man? We're all excited about it. We all are, I like to think, pretty astute business people. And this just really gives us an opportunity to serve some brands and customers that we really got a lot of respect for.
Absolutely. I love these brands. Love working with the owners of the brands. I feel like for the first three, and if it's only these three, maybe we'll get a fourth one in the future. Who knows? But until then, definitely looking forward to working with these guys. They were definitely at the top of the list for moving forward. So these guys we just got this thing kicked off, and that kind of leads right into the second topic. PCA, formerly known as the IPCPR, formerly known as the Cigar and Premium Pipe Tobacco Show, or something like that.
That's the one I can never remember. The RTDA. Don't ask me what
RTDA, yeah.
Have to find our good friend
Retailer Tobacco
like that.
Distribution Association. I don't know.
That sounds right. That sounds good. Took me forever to learn IPCPR, man. PCA works, Premium Cigar Association.
Yeah.
Do it.
These guys were there not just representing Cigar Sales Crew, but obviously representing Omerta, Puro Cigar House, and Stag Lounge, getting us in front of the retailers, helping them get my events set up, my deals set up. So we're going to talk about some of the brands that we are excited about, some new drops.
Yeah.
We're not trying to purposely omit anybody. We're just going to talk about some stuff for the ones that came up.
Yeah.
First on my list is Dunbarton. I feel like Dunbarton has got an extraordinary lineup coming up this fall. You got the two new unicorns, the Bicarita Black and the Brulee Blue. Looking forward to those. The Unicorn series always does phenomenal for us. Big ticket item, heavy volume for us, and never can send us enough. Then you also have the new size of the Sakakon. Yeah. Which is, I think there's a different name for it.
It's called Saka, Papa Saka. Is that
Papa Saka? Yeah, little guy, which is way more my speed. Like
exactly. It's great.
The Sakakon last year was great. I just wasn't a big fan of a Doble Corona, right?
3 hours smoke.
Yeah, for me, it's
great
longer. Yeah.
One of my favorite.
But looking forward to that. And then you got the national release of the red meat in 4 sizes. So we'll be bringing all 4 of those SKUs on. I think there's a few other things like the holiday blend
and polpetta.
The polpetta,
yeah, which we
also like. The new Maestro de Saka starts with a K.
Krakatoa.
Yeah.
Krakatoa.
So of course, we're going to be getting all that stuff.
Yeah.
We'll be releasing a lot of it at the next topic, so we'll get on to that in a little bit. But keep that in mind for the fall.
Yeah.
May get here a little early. We may release a couple boxes, but at least 75% of these allocations are going to go to our major event this fall.
Sure.
Anything else to add about Saka, bro?
I'll be 100% honest with you, Jarrett. We, like I said, we brokering for some great brands, and we had some phenomenal releases. We could talk about those if they're in the because we'll talk about Sinistros for sure. Aventura was a line extension, but with Saka, and there's a lot of good topic of conversation we'll be talking about here, but I'll be 100% honest. If I gave the Joel Reeser, who won the trade show award, it was Saka. Foundation had a really good one too, but my goodness gracious, Steve could have done 1 or 2 of those and been good, But dude, like red meat, I mean, the play on red meat alone, let alone the brulee, probably, I would say, you'd probably know this better than I would, is hottest seller in a unicorn, the Bicarita unicorn, the black unicorn, and then the all that. But my God, dude, I ran into our dear friends Tracy and Joe from Nice Guy Cigar Agency on Saturday walking into the show, and I said, see you guys Monday night. Because they were glued to a chair, man, double, triple booked. Happy for them, but happy for Steve. We love Steve. Happy for Dave Lafferty. Dave's our guy. Just a really good show. Happy to see it.
Absolutely. Next up, I only have one. I know they have a couple, but Fuente, the Eye of the Bull's coming out.
Yep.
We got several boxes coming in. Looking forward to that. It'll be hitting Monroe and Oklahoma City. When or how we will release that, I don't know. Jared, what's the details of this cigar? I don't know. Here's what I do know: it's Fuente, it's limited, and everybody's going to want it. So we'll figure something out. Maybe have a pairing, a steak dinner, maybe some allocated pours with it. We'll do something.
Always
definitely we'll do the same thing when the newest Toast Across America's hit.
Of course.
I think this year's Sharks again, not 100% sure. But the great thing about that is that all that proceeds goes to Kids Foundation there in the Dominican Republic. So that's always a positive for us. We like to support kids programs, not sports programs, but programs and old people stuff. So yeah, when I say old people, seniors, old seniors, whatever, older than me.
Absolutely.
So definitely looking forward to that. We will do an event with a full steak, probably a filet or a ribeye, couple allocated pours and some other stuff like we always do at Stag there in Oklahoma City. So always a great treat for us to do that. Maybe we'll have another one well, I don't have a place to cook the steaks and stuff in Stillwater, so we'll figure that out.
Sneak up to Tulsa or something. Right. We'll figure it out.
Placencia, from what I understand, had a phenomenal busy booth. Nothing, their core line has really just blown up for us in the last probably 60 days across the board. Looking forward to the new release. I believe it's the 151. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. I ran into it was interesting because it was the one brand as we were doing the deep dive, because we were living CSC life, shop life. But on the shop life side, Placencia, I was like, look, whatever they're going to do, it's going to be great. But I didn't even know what the release was until I ran into our dear friend Trey Andrews, funnily enough, at the at TI bar over a drink, talking shop, and he had it. And then I saw Coleman had one too, and I was like, he's like, do you need to know about it? Nope, because it's Placencia, bro. It's going to sell. Bruce might have gotten one. He went over and saw our dear friend Tom over there to write an order and do business for the shop. That's a Bruce. I'll have to get Bruce in here on a guest spot. But man, it's Placencia. They always have a great show. It's a quality product.
I think about the only place left we have to expand Placencia into is Imperial Cigar House.
I think so.
So I think that'll be the next run. We'll look at expanding over there and moving that cigar over for our online people as well.
Doing well everywhere.
Next up, JDN, aka Joya de Nicaragua. Now, I still believe, and I think we've talked about this in one of the previous episodes, how underrated Joya is.
Oh my God.
They make a lot of sticks for a lot of people that I don't really know about.
Yep.
Saka being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the red, the Cuatro Cincos,
the black, the silver, the Cabinetta.
Some phenomenal sticks. We're really starting to get those into some hands and seeing some traction. This company's been around really from the get-go, bro.
Yeah.
200 years in the business. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And speaking of that 200-year stick was the Dos Cientos. Was a great
stick. Dude, that was my favorite. I want to say 17, Jared, but that was my favorite stick that year. Yeah. I love that cigar, dude. Speaking of which,
it wasn't 17. It was like
maybe 19.
21, I think, bro.
Yeah, it might have been. It was a few years after that, but either way, phenomenal release. But
because I ordered those and I wasn't here in 17 yet, so.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it had to be. It's probably 19. I know it's been a few years. 19 or 20. Either way, we smoked them.
I'm pretty sure it was after after their initial COVID rollout.
It might have been, dude. I don't know. I feel like I've been smoking it a few years either way.
Because I think it's 23 and we have like 3 boxes left. I think I ordered like 60 boxes. So it's about right.
Yeah.
But they have the new Cinco with that green label coming out. I think it's supposed to drop next month. Yeah. And then the re-release in the Classico, which
very excited.
It shipped out yesterday, so we'll have that in the stores. All the locations are going to get one, at least one box to test out and see how it goes. So I feel a pairing coming up with that here pretty soon.
I think so. That's a great cigar in the morning with a cup of coffee with a lighter bourbon, scotch. That'll be a really solid piece of business. Interestingly enough, man, I think we all agreed on this. Hopefully we'll talk about it here, but everybody knows how we feel. Of course, he's given me this shirt, but everybody knows how we feel about our dear friend Ryan, all the smoke. But Ryan's boss, a guy named Ernie, great guy. Ernie's boss, a guy named Stone. Well, I got to meet Stone. Just as cool, man. It just shows you how deep that team is. He was so down to earth. met one of their other reps, but Stone wrote the order and hooked us up with, but we got one Cinco de Cinco. Obviously, it'll be shipping shortly. And I think, I don't know, maybe I mentioned this to you. We'll talk about it now. If not, you'll smoke it. But I think our brand new father probably should be the guy to test that out for the shops when he gets back next
Go with me.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, our own Jackie Green. Well, if he's tuning in, he should be watching his old boys doing the podcast, but he'll be enjoying that and giving us.
You guys that don't know, one of our full timers are at the Stillwater location. Mr. Jackie Green, just him and his wife just welcomed their first baby daughter.
Yeah.
And first kid overall into the world on Monday. So congratulations to him.
Viola Green.
Looking forward to our little own version of a baby shower we're going to have for them.
Whatever you call it for a father.
The baby can't come, but we'll get him some diapers and some stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff's expensive.
Not till she's 21. You know what I'm saying? We'll get a few years. You know.
Yeah, I like my liquor license. We don't need no kids in there.
And I bet you Hoyle will still be making great cigars at that point too. You know what I'm saying?
So next up, something that I know Joel will be able to fill us in on. Ovea's newest PCA release, the Poison Dart.
Oh my Lord, dude. Jared called me, he was talking to our rep Jody, and I just seen Jody. I want to go say hi, catch him and Shelly and our dear friend Derek Matthews and the rest of the team. So I said, I think I could drop this order, but I texted Derek. I said, hey, I'm coming by to drop this off. I just don't want it to be a spectacle. Oh, dude, there was some key appointments in there, bro. Like everybody broke off to say what's up. I gave James and Angela a hug, and it was, they had, you know what? And I found out after the fact, Jared, they actually won best medium-sized booth at the trade show for PCA. So happy for that. But anyways, they actually kind of like with Saka, man. I mean, you got to take this with a bias from my rich history, but they actually had a really good show. They always do, but Poison Dart, going to be a huge hit, going to be a new offering from Blackworks. Without looking at the makeup, pretty sure Sumatra heavy, but I'm sure it's going to be on the darker side. Looks beautiful. But they did a new Emilio, new Dissident, but little things like, those will be hits too, but like the little things they had offered, it's a new size of the Hornet in a Corona Largo, which we'll be having, and then a 5x50 Killer B. We all love that stick too. But they actually, and it was weird because I was like, at first, they're going to be doing, maybe bring them in down the line and see how it goes, but they're doing 5x50 offerings of all the core line. I think it's everything. Porcelain's already there, so it's Salvation, Royalty, Last Rights, Lawless. And I was like, man, I don't know how much of a difference that can make, because we saw a lot of the 5x54s up here, as does everybody, of the Last Rights. But Jody gave me one. I smoked it at the bar that night with a rum and coke, and I was like, bro, it's concise. It's a little more pocketed of a really solid blend anyway. So
right.
And you don't think about stuff like that. Hell, I did the job for 2.5 years, and I don't think about that. So yeah, the booth was packed. They had a good turnout as always. Really top shelf production from the crew, and got to catch up with the old boy Scott Zuka too. And it was a good time, man. It was a really good time to see everybody. Derek definitely wins the Joel Reeser best shirt of the trade show award. He had the baddest shirt, dude. I told him that, but yeah, man, excited for their success, and everybody go ahead and get a hold of that Poison Dart and other key releases for the fall season. So,
and then moving on to Aventura, they didn't release anything new from a line standpoint, but they did have some new sizes released. As you guys know, their main factory burned down earlier this year. They have rebounded back beautifully, to be honest. Yeah, I think going into next year, they're going to be geared up to move into some a new line. But in the meantime, they did add some new sizes within the line. 2 new sizes, yeah.
We did the for elite accounts, for key accounts. They added a because I didn't know this at first. It was the La Llorona, which all of us have tasted and very much enjoyed. Going to be available in a Corona size. It's going to be
correct, yeah.
But the big one, and you don't think about stuff like this until you see our great friends at Tulsa and up here. They've done the Navigator, which I adore. You know how I feel about that cigar. But the Navigator is going to be available in a 660 called the Ponce de Leon.
Bro, I'll tell you what, the Francis D in the Navigator series is just hands down one of my favorite. It's a top 10 stick. Yeah. 4-line stick, maybe top 5. Like that's something I'll buy a box of and leave at the house, along with the Barbaros Invasion Corona. Like both of them are at my house. I'm smoking on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
really. On the list, Sinistro, I'm hearing lots of great things about their new stick. I'm not going to butcher the names. I'm going to turn that over to Joel to do instead.
My God, dude, we had a good show. Getting the feet wet back on the brokering side, had a great series of new relationships. Old relationships renewed with new lines at Sinistro. But Sinistro actually dropped their new Dominican Connecticut with an African binder, Cameroon binder called Mr. Desflorado. And the whole process of this Desflorado, I ain't gonna talk too long, but it's really intriguing with how they pick the pink flowers off of it, and it imparts whatever the hell that word is, natural sweetness. Dude, you think at the trade show you're wanting to get into the heavy stuff, Mr. Black and some of our favorites, just because you gotta keep going, dude. You can tell, and Bruce doesn't smoke light cigars on the regular, bro. I'm pretty sure we smoke like 4 or 5 of them each day. It's good, man.
Yeah, Bruce was telling me it's very brulee-esque.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna say. It's for anybody that loves Saka's phenomenal release brulee, they're gonna love Mr. Desflorado. Very, very similar, just a nice touch of that sweetness to get you invested in it. But it's a clean smoke. It'll be great with coffee, and it's going to be great with a light bourbon as well. But you're really going to enjoy that release. Really going to enjoy. Obviously, we've got skin in the game as it were now, but we've had a friendship with James and Coleman and the guys for years, and kudos to them, man. Just take us aside, Jarrett. There was a lot of good play from key media, from key customers on that was talking about that cigar. There was a lot of buzz about it. James will tell you the same thing. Happy to see it.
Yeah, couldn't have happened to a better group of guys. Him and Coleman are great.
I agree.
For Joelinism, salt to the earth people.
Can't say it. Can't say that anymore, bro. I don't know the name of the company. These SOBs killed my dream. Ask James and the guys. My next cigar, had I stayed in Oveja, was going to be the Salt to the Earth. Somebody released a cigar called the Salt to the Earth.
Man,
I was devastated. I tried to find
for trademark infringement, bro.
No, I can't. Yeah. I forgot to send the paperwork in, bro. Happy for whichever company it was, man. That's cool.
Last but definitely not least, we have Protocol. Before we even get into their releases, the new release, we also, we have the store exclusive, the Law 3.0, which is going to be a Corona Gorda. We've already started smoking on these, and I can tell you that it is going to be probably the most palate friendly of the 3 releases. The first one was just a power bomb, which was my favorite, of course. But this one, man, it has got some phenomenal flavor, and I'm looking forward to having that when it gets to month 5 or 6 in our possession. So it'll be pushing a year of resting since it was made, and looking forward to releasing that later in October. And there'll be, from what I understand, the Bass Reeves Maduro will be back in stock in September.
Yeah, we should be looking forward to the Phoebe Cousins.
And that's their newest one, the Phoebe, right?
Yeah, Phoebe Cousins.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Coming in 2 wrappers as well, I believe, or is it 2 sizes?
Natural Maduro. Yeah.
Natural Maduro. Yeah, but the Bass Reeves Maduro is one of our top sellers. I know we ordered like 25 boxes. The guys go crazy for it at all the shops. Like, it does not.
Natural and Maduro. It's nice to have the natural right now because, guys are waiting with bated breath for Maduro to come back. Natural too. Both.
So yeah, great. Looking forward to working with Protocol, and Kevin and Juan are great guys as well.
Yeah.
Definitely just excited about that. One that's not on the list that I've heard a lot of good playback. We don't actually carry the brand at the moment, but I don't mind talking about it. I heard that the Habano from Crux is straight fire, bro.
Dude, it's what Casey and Sam and the guys, and we had a chance to catch up with them and talk shop. But honestly, I'll give you another one after this too. But legitimately, Crux has a good product. A lot of guys like it. I get bugged up here all the time. It's SOB's right here tonight. But they put together a good product. It's a very, very clean marketing, very shelf friendly. It's eye catching.
Right.
But yeah, really good stick. And then I didn't have a chance to smoke it. And I didn't even know this. Another guy that was getting a lot of play was a guy by the name of Eric Bay. I don't know if you've heard his name. He has a company called Black Star Line Cigars. Really cool cat.
I've heard about him.
Really cool. If you know the story, Marcus Garvey and the name.
Are they out of Chicago?
I've seen them in Houston. They've got representation everywhere.
It was either Chicago or Houston they're based out of.
Yeah, it might be. But he actually released, and I didn't even know this, Jared, shame on me. He released a new cigar called the Rosewood 1923. Everybody knows that story. Horrible situation, but a great movie as well, talking about that horrible situation with Ving Rhames and James Woods and the guys.
That's a great movie.
Dude, it's actually the new cigar is made at Oveja.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so like I'm eager to get my hands on one and taste one, but love Eric. I know James loves Eric. That's a cool collab. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of guys, obviously Foundation, Espinoza had a good show. Just seeing the other, just some names that come to mind. But of course, Padron, being Padron, doing all their stuff. But got a lot of guys had really good shows, and it was well attended. That was the biggest thing. You know where I'm at, and I know where you're at with that. Attendance was good. And then I just found out before we close off the PCA chapter, they've killed, as of next year, that half day on Tuesday.
I was just talking about that with Albert, with
another great show. Our friends Albert at Rojas Cigars, right. Great product over there. Look, man, I had my last year with Oveja, I had appointments going into Tuesday, but like anybody else will tell you, like, bro, like, and the show was 10 to 6, which I actually found to be fine. VIPs, I think, came in at 10, and then it was 11 to 6. It was actually pretty cool. But getting rid of that half day, dude, it's like 9 to 1 or something now. Like most people are back. For all the, I don't want to say grievances, but grievances that folks have had with PCA over the year, us included. I mean, it was nice to be back. It was well attended. They're actually like listening. It's nice. It's refreshing. And I believe it'll be in Vegas next year, but in 2025, I guess they're going back to New Orleans. And I guess the mayor got it to where it's going to be smoker friendly again. So it's going to be a change of scenery. I still, it's wild, man. He's like in my head the whole weekend. If I can add one last touch on this, Charlie Minato wrote an article, and it was a damn good article. I'll have to share it. Charlie mentions Tampa. And dude, like, I don't know if he's as key on that. I think that's something they need to look at down the future. I'd have to talk to.
Bro, it's like, how do you not have something in Florida?
I think it comes down to the venue. That's what I've heard. No, because I know the venues that would have to host it. 2 of them can't fit it, if I'm being honest, even if it's scaled back. The big one, and I don't want to spoil it because if they can get it, would be awesome. And I think it would be a real experience. But dude, like food, parties, for pre-parties and the what have you, Tampa would be key. New Orleans has the capability. I'm eager to see where it's going to be done at. Obviously, food, hotels, and nightlife. I
just don't understand. Like, surely they could work out something with the Hard Rock in Tampa to make that shit happen.
So the Hard Rock is like that. So I didn't even think about that one. That was the one that I'd be curious to see is the Amalie Arena where the Lightning play, because there's a Diamond Crown Lounge in there when we would go watch a hockey game
right
in the off season. But I don't know how that would work, covering the ice, like the cost, blah, blah, blah. But there's a couple convention centers. It's something to keep an eye on. Orlando would be cool too, but my God, dude, fighting the Disney traffic, you better be staying downtown, like for the event.
I wouldn't be too keen on Orlando. Yeah. Orlando is a family town. It's not a town for grown men to go have fun, bro. It just really.
You got to go up. Well, yeah, you got some great shops up there, but you got to
listen. Plenty of great places to smoke and
go
get some grub, but like that's not Tampa or Miami or someplace would be a lot better for grown men. I don't know if Miami would really work out well logistically, but So, final thoughts on PCA?
Actually, for a guy that was like really eager, to get back, do some business, and on both sides of the coin, I got to be honest with you, man. I'm kind of like Team Jared on that, where I'm kind of like, I'd been indifferent to it the last couple of years, but I know my buddy Jay would say this. The guys that are on the board now, like new board members that are actually giving a shit. Excuse me, I don't know if that's going to get us kicked off or whatever, but dude, they're listening, and it's like the attendance showed it. I'd be curious to see the numbers. I really would, because I told you, hit me up I told Jared. He said, "What's it like?" I said, "Let me holler at you Monday at 4 or Sunday at 4," and it was still popping. We'll see the final numbers, but good for them. This was a good show this year.
I would expect that numbers would be up. I haven't talked to everybody, but the handful, I think I've talked to 3 or 4 retailers or manufacturers now, and they all told me that they did at least double what they did the previous year. Yeah. So that's great. Good for them. I'm happy. My whole issues have nothing to do with wishing ill will on anybody's trade show or the manufacturers or retailer side. You know, I'm a true believer in if you're going to be paying to be a part of an organization, that they should listen, right? And when they're not listening, if you don't speak up, then how are you ever going to get anything addressed?
And you know who deserves a lot of credit on that, Jared? I'm glad you said that. Scott Pierce, the new board head of the PCA. That's a cool cat, man. Dude, it's been, I don't know, 2-3 years for Scott now. Because I know he was on the job in 20 during COVID too, but man, dude, just the changes, like I'd say this year and last year, and I wasn't there last year, setting up Stilly, but it's a good start, man. I'm happy to see it. It seems like the media is probably going a little more to task with them, which I love. There was some really good competitive dialogue, but it was all positive. So it's great. Happy to see it.
Glad to hear that. And that kind of wraps up our PCA portion of the show. And that leads us to topic number 3, the 2023 Oklahoma City Boutique Cigar Bash, hosted by us. That's going to be Puro Cigar House, Omerta Cigar Company, Stag Lounge, and our Wilshire Dive Bar. So lots of multi-vendor events out there. I mean, I know lots of places do them. You got the Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest. You got Smokeoklahoma here in OKC. You got stuff down in Florida and all over the country. Yeah,
great smoke with Abe DeBobna from Smoke Inn. There's
got
some really
UT
good ones.
Fest, all those
major
players. What's going to be different about ours? Who knows? It may be exactly the same. What I will tell you is this: is that I feel like we're pretty good at throwing parties.
Yeah.
Right. So our biggest thing or our biggest goal is to really fold in that camaraderie and fellowship that we feel like we're known for more into the event. So this event's going to take place Saturday, October 14th here in Oklahoma City at the India Shrine from 2 to 7 p.m. Some different things that are I have not seen or have not heard about, more than likely. So everybody usually gets a sampler pack. What we're going to do is we're going to allow you to pick your own sampler pack. So as you walk in, every brand representative there will have options for you to pick your, 2 or 3 cigars from each brand. And that way you can, a full body guy or a medium to full guy is not getting light, or vice versa, right? You can kind of gear it toward what you like to smoke. So I feel like that's a big plus. Second big plus is going to be 20% off everything that we offer. Third plus, if you will, is singles. It's going to be event style. So it's going to be like, think about going to a regular cigar event and you got the buy 5, get 1, buy 10, get 3, buy 20, get 4, plus some swag or whatever it may be. All those deals will be available as well. So you can, not only you're getting the percent off for being an attendee, you're also going to be able to maximize your buying power within each brand. Of course, we're going to do food. And if you guys have not had the food at our events, I can tell you we're definitely at the top. I have no ifs, ands, buts about that. The great people at Eddie's in Edmond are going to be catering our event, and you're going to eat well. If you leave hungry, you did it to yourself, because this will be some of the best food you've ever had at a cigar event. I basically guarantee it. It's going to be great. Open bar concept. Obviously, we have bars, so we're working with our distributors to get some good spirits out there. But in addition to that, we're going to have some individual tables with reps out doing sample tastings of new bottles or new releases, or things that they're wanting to get out there to the public. Looking forward to that. There'll be football on the projectors. We'll have some music. I haven't decided if it's going to be a band or a DJ yet, but there'll be some music aspect to it. We are limiting tickets to 250 tickets, so grab those tickets while you can. It's all at Puro, Puro cigarhouse.com. And then in addition to that, we're going to have raffle prizes. So how do you get raffle tickets? It's going to basically be equated on what you buy per line. Each individual line, brand, if you will will have their own raffles. So the 6 brands we're representing versus Protocol, obviously we're releasing a Law 3.0 at the event. It's always a big release. So I'm super excited about releasing that. So let's just say like the Law, they may have they're going to have a old school 6-shooter, either a 357 or a 45 6-shooter as part of their raffle package. Illusione may have a 72-inch TV. Aventura may get a AR-15 or a 12-gauge home defense shotgun. We got Roma Craft, Dunbarton, and LFD. Each one will have their own individual prize. And then we're setting something up to where if you buy X amount of cigars from each individual one, it'll qualify you for an additional raffle prize, which I think I'm shooting for a 300 blackout if I can find one in the right price range. We'll handle all the shipping. Obviously, we'll have to do your FFL in order to get that taken care of. Some other things that we're going to do to help make your experience better. I'm not a big fan of lines. Now, obviously, you got to wait in line to get into the tables and get your package stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to set you up, get you boxed up, and once you're done with your thing, boom, you're going to go sit down. You're going to get some food. You're going to talk. You're going to watch some football, listen to some great music, and we'll be able to email you or we can page you so you can come pay for your order and pick it up versus having to wait in line to check out. And if all you guys out of state, we're going to do free shipping. So we'll get you boxed up and you can take what you want home. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about trying to get your stuff home. We'll get it boxed up the following week on that Monday, Tuesday, get it shipped out to you free of charge. So definitely going to be a great event. We're really trying to put the focus on the camaraderie and customer service aspect. We're also going to be having so that's 175 Friday night downtown at Stag Lounge, limited to 100 seats.
I got that.
We're going to have the pre-party. It's $25. It'll get you a 4-8 cigar, which all you guys know ranges from like $19 to $24. There'll be a couple options for that, so you can kind of get the one that you like. We have a Gogi at Stag menu there, which is a great collaboration with Oh My Gogi and Michael Park here in Oklahoma City. So think American Korean fusion food. You'll be able to get some food for that as part of your ticket, and you're going to get 40% off all your bar purchases, excluding cigars, during that night. And that's going to run from 6 to 10. I feel like that's a phenomenal value of $25.
Yeah.
The cigar pretty much covers that. Food's going to run you 10 to 15.
I better get that blacklist pour, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Get that blacklist pour. If you guys have not been to Stag Lounge in Oklahoma City, it's kind of like our premier cigar flagship of the cigar bar within the portfolio. We'll have over 200 bottles on the shelf, about 40 blacklist bottles, allocated bottles, and all your favorites. To give you guys an example, our house bourbon there is Bullet Bourbon. We're known for our old fashions. We make our syrups in-house. Like, it's just a great place to come hang out. So I'm looking forward to that event. Again, limited to 100 tickets. Grab those online. And while you're online, if you guys are coming in from out of town, you'll be able to go ahead. There is a link for the hotel over here next to HQ, which is about 12 minutes away from Stag, and another 15 minutes away from the Saturday event. If you want to Uber, you can, but we will be running shuttles back and forth on Friday and back and forth on Saturday for the events to help make sure that nobody drinks and drives. Big deal for us, making sure there's, everybody's safety is definitely at the top of the list of things. Again, good fellowship, good camaraderie. So we're looking forward to it. Tickets already started moving off the site today. So be sure to go to PuroCigarHouse.com, grab your tickets while you can, and let us Oklahoma boys show you how hospitality is done here where we're at. So definitely looking forward to it. We do a smaller event in May where we got guys coming in from all over the country. So this is definitely a big step up from 60 to 70 guys up to 250. But we have the facilities. We have the infrastructure. We're going to make this happen. And I'm looking forward to getting all the great people in from across the country and showing them how we get down here in Oklahoma City. If you have not been to Oklahoma City, it's one of the top 20 cities in the country, population, beautiful downtown, beautiful. Just it's a flatter city, but I'm from Tulsa, so it's a little bit more hilly where I'm from on the northeast side of Oklahoma.
Yeah, kidding on that.
But great time, plenty of things to do. We were voted one of the top 5 taco places in the country. If you're a foodie, there's plenty of places to eat, and I guarantee you, Friday night, Saturday, you will not be disappointed in the food. The food's going to be on point, and we can't wait to get everybody here and show them how Omerta's Puro Cigar House and Stag Lounge gets down, because that's what we do. We get down.
Yeah,
so, anything to add about the event, bro, or anything you're looking forward to for that?
Let's move the clock ahead, man. I know we got to get some road time in, see some key accounts, new friends next couple of months, getting ready for game season at the Stags, Omerta. So it's gonna be we're gonna be busy up until then. But man, I just even got a full house tonight preparing here. Every Thursday at Stag and Stag Stillwater. I'm just saying. Come
whiskey cigar pairing. So you guys want to get in early?
They're excited, man. Our buddy Marvin's here. A lot of guys are going to be attending the event, and it's going to be, everybody's already excited, bro. We still got what, 2-3 months on this, man.
Yeah, we still got 4 months.
August, September, October,
3 months. 3 months.
Yeah,
3
actually
months.
about 3 months to the day.
3 months today, yeah.
Yeah, hard to believe. But
today pre-party be kicking off. So
we never sleep, bro.
Yeah, and if you guys happen to get in early on Thursday, we'll probably try to link up. Yeah. And we'll go over here to downtown, and we'll get on the cigar and whiskey pairing, which we do every Thursday at both Stag, Stillwater and Stag, Oklahoma City. Yep. Great deals on those, and we'll be knocking it out, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to this event. Again, it's our first multi-vendor event. We're trying to put our own spin on it.
Yep.
And we're hoping to, use this first one as a launching board for hopefully an annual event going forward, bro. And for you guys that don't know, we are having at the India Shrine. They have a 2-story building here. Yep. It'll hold more than enough for all of us. Mm-hmm. Has elevator, public bathrooms, we can smoke. More importantly, the money that we're raising to use the facility is going to go to the Shriners hospitals. And we're also going to be having some raffle prizes there that you'll be able to buy some tickets to, which will go to support the great Shriners program.
Yeah, of course. Great friends, man. Absolutely key to support them.
To unfortunate kids that have some major medical issues. So if you know anything about the Shriners and the Shriner Hospitals, phenomenal organization. Yeah. And couldn't be more proud of our company and the people that are going to be helping support that. Yeah. So definitely looking forward to that. But that pretty much wraps it up. We're 6 weeks out from football season.
Almost there.
So get prepared, because, our boy Joel's heartbreak's coming, bro. Philadelphia Eagles going to be fly, Eagles fly, baby.
Come on, man. What do you think? Look, I have Mario's watching. I'm sure you appreciate it. Look, man, we got Rain Dakota Prescott, a fine man.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I even watched camp should be around the corner. Coach said guys are already reporting back, running camp up here. So
I did see an interesting stat that in the since Dak's come into the league, him and Blake Borders have won the same amount of playoff games.
Oh, golly. Wait.
Elite company, bro.
Wait. How many has Blake won? Oh, yeah, they're tied then. Yeah. Everybody thinks Dak won one. I was like, did we just forget about the Seattle game?
Right.
Russell Wilson. But, yeah, look, man, hey, if anybody's going to disappoint me, man, it's going to be my beloved Cowboys. Hopefully it's not our beloved Sooners this year, as it were, too. But
definitely looking forward to talking about Sooners football relatively soon.
We'll see them on Saturday the 14th. Dude, isn't that homecoming week for that? So it should be a good game. Maybe that's just up here.
I think no, it's up there. Yeah, it's
yeah. They go.
We're on the road that week. That's why
I can't say they're gonna hold that out.
Right.
Hopefully they got like Kansas that week or something.
And I want to shout out to ESPN for, as much as I love my Kansas City Chiefs, how the Oklahoma softball Sooner girls did not get the team of the year.
Oh my
God! After the run they went on, breaking the all-time record for most wins in a row, three-peating, and just shut out City this year.
Probably fire another 40 staffers.
And we didn't even get no love for team of the year. What do you expect? What a tragedy.
Dan Orlovsky and those characters on that, bro.
Such a tragedy, bro. Definitely should have won that. But until next time, you guys keep smoking, and don't forget to put some smoke in there, baby. Jared Jackson, Joel Reeser. Peace, guys.